And welcome back to Living Luxuriously for Less, where we celebrate, decorate, and enjoy everyday life for less. Well, in today's video, I am going to be answering some of your most frequently asked questions about the Cricut. I have all of your questions combined. I'm going to take the time to answer each one step by step, because I know when you are in the process of buying the Cricut, you want to feel assured in the fact that you're purchasing the right machine for your needs. And so I have had the experience of working with the Cricut Explorer, the Cricut Venture, and the Cricut Maker. I'm going to give you guys my honest feedback on every single machine, as well as share with you some of the projects that I've been able to create using my Cricut. So without any further ado, I want to thank Cricut for sponsoring today's video, and I want to thank you all for entrusting me to be a valued resource when it comes to purchasing your first Cricut. Okay, so let's get started with question number one, and that is, will I ever really use it enough for it to be worth it? Fair question. Let me ask you this. Did you see my video on how I started out my entire entrepreneurial journey using the Cricut? If not, I'm gonna link that video here or here for you to check it out. I literally made $6,000 in 1 week using my Cricut. And that was before I started being an event planner. I actually customized glasses like this. It was just glasses like this. Purchased it at my local Dollar Tree. I customized them and sold them at a local plant, and they used it for Christmas gifts for their employees. And in that 1 week period, I was able to clear over $6,000. So yes, to me, it was definitely worth the price. In terms of, you know, my return on my investment, I got it back right away. So it was definitely worth it. Not only have I been able to customize items for individual gifts, I've also been able to customize items for weddings and events, birthday parties. I've been able to organize in my home. I even created some artwork for a client that I could not find artwork for their laundry room, and I ended up using my Cricut to create artwork, and I never considered myself an artist. So that's one of the wonderful things about the Cricut. It brings out creative aspects of yourself that you would have never imagined. I knew that I couldn't draw, but I knew I could cut on the Cricut. And so when I realized that I wasn't going to be able to find the artwork that I needed for my client, I cut it out using my Cricut, and it is still beautiful to this day. Which brings me to the second question, and that is, will I really use it? And my answer to that is absolutely. If you love your creative side, if you love a good challenge, if you love, you know, thinking about things that you wish existed but it didn't necessarily exist, Cricut is an excellent opportunity for you to tap into that creative side of yourself. I know for me, it started out as a hobby. It was definitely it came to me at a time that I really needed it, because it was extremely therapeutic for me to just sit down and create. I just yearn for those moments after working, you know, 8 to 10 hour days, sometimes 12 hour days. I love to just come home, sit down and craft. It brought me so much peace. It was very therapeutic for me. And so for me, yes, I always use it. I can always think of a way that it can be used. And then once that craft bug bites me, it is so hard for me to just kind of let it go. So I always find a way or a purpose to infuse my Cricut into any projects that I'm doing, whether it's making custom t-shirts for members of my church, whether it's monogramming, you know, table skirts for an exhibit, whether it's for gift giving, whether it's for creating cute t-shirts for my nieces and nephews to wear to school. I always find a reason to utilize my Cricut. So, you know, with Cricut, you can start wherever you are and create whatever you need to create. And I love that creative ingenuity of having the Cricut. So one of the other common questions that I get is, what will I make? And my answer to that is, what can you not make? I literally have a small container sitting right next to me, and it is for gifts for throughout the season. And I have like these 2 mugs I actually got to monogram for Father's Day. And so it's like a little, it's like a big mug and a little mug, and I was gonna monogram them for a dad and a son for Father's Day. These are just random things in my box, okay, that I have in my everyday life. T-shirts, you know, you can monogram t-shirts. I also have t-shirts in every color in case I wanted to monogram them for the holidays or school field trips or groups or a girlfriend's birthday or celebration or family reunion, you name it. I also got these little like cute jars. I like finding little things like this. Like I found this in the Target dollar spot for just $5. But I can monogram this and put like hairpins, hair ties, rollers, or something really cute, and give this to my hairstylist for a Christmas gift, and fill it with the hairpins and the bobby pins and the straight pins and the hair ties or whatever else that they would use a lot. I can include it in this jar, monogram it, and it will go from a $5 gift to a very meaningful and personalized gift. That's the other thing that I love about Cricut, is that you can make it so meaningful and so personalized. I also have these stockings, and you know, I'm going to be stuffing stockings for my nieces and my nephews, and I can monogram their names on the stockings and send them beautiful stockings in the mail for the Christmas holidays. Also, if you were looking at giving gifts to like your girlfriends or your friends, or you know, anything in that arena, I have all of these little makeup bags in the beautiful green velvet. Had these for a couple of years now, but every year I take so many of them out, monogram them. This is my last bit of the stock. Monogram them, and I give these away for gifts. You can give them away during the year for birthday presents, especially if you have a teenage daughter, or you know, I like having a gift closet that I can just kind of personalize, and this is definitely something that you can personalize as well. I also, this is another way that I started my business, and when I first started, I would personalize ornaments. So I'm always picking up ornaments that I can also personalize. I started doing ornaments at first for people that had lost their loved ones, and I would put little feathers on the inside of the ornament, you know, to signify them being an angel, and I would put their name on there. And so that was something that I also did to kind of further my hobby turned hustle, you know, using the Cricut. So that's just a few of the things that you can make with the Cricut. I've also done things for event planning. I have used let me show you here. I've used these acrylic pieces to monogram the Cricut, and I use the Cricut to monogram these with table numbers, menus. You can also like monogram and put your favorite song on here. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for Christmas. I'm gonna put some favorite Christmas songs on here, and it's gonna be really fun. And so that's how the table is going to know when they need to get up to go eat. I've used it to monogram pillows for events, dance floors, backdrops, I mean everything in between. So definitely you can figure out a number of uses. I've also used it to organize in my home. So there are so many different things that you could use your Cricut to make. I would be more surprised at what the Cricut couldn't make, because anything I have been able to visualize, I've been able to conceptualize using my Cricut Explorer and my Cricut Venture. And I've also have the Cricut Maker 3. So I've been able to use all of these cutting machines in order to create whatever I have imagined. So in terms of the fabrics that you can use with your Cricut, it depends on the Cricut cutting machine that you have, but there's a wide variety in terms of what you can use. With my Cricut Explorer 3, I can make different things using my iron-on vinyl. I can use permanent vinyl. I can use removable vinyl. It can cut so many different things, thin woods, different types of fabrics. The list is it cuts a lot of materials. I will leave a link down in the description box and in the comments that give you guys a complete list of all of the machines and what type of materials they cut, and this will help you better decide on the type of projects you know that you'll be doing going forward, what machine will work best with the projects that you have in mind. And thinking back on me purchasing my first Cricut back in, oh my gosh, I can't remember, maybe 10 or so years ago, when I first purchased the Cricut Expressions. And one of the things that I constantly rolled over in my mind was, am I worth it? I would normally go to, I don't know if you guys are scrapbookers or if you remember crop nights, but I would do like a 24-hour crop night and go to crop night because they had the Cricut, and I loved using it, and I wanted one for myself because when you're cropping, you have to share it with, you know, 20 or so other women. And so I remember when I first, you know, embarked on the journey of purchasing my first Cricut, I thought to myself, you know, am I worth it? Is this investment worth it? And at the end of the day, I knew that this was something that I enjoyed doing. I felt passionate about creating. I felt passionate about crafting. I knew that it was something that I wasn't going to get tired of. And I love the fact that it was something that I could incorporate into every area of my life. It later became a part of ministry because my husband's a pastor, so I'm able to do a lot of things for the ministry. I use it a lot in my business. I use it a ton. Mostly, I use 90% of the use of my Cricut is with my business. I use it in my home. I use it for all types of projects. So, you know, if you love crafting, if you love creating something new, if crafting and creativity brings you joy, this is something I would 100% recommend. I think the hardest part of using the Cricut is getting over the fear of opening up the box. Once you open up the box, then follow the prompts for setting up your machine. It's like riding a bicycle, you know? You just get on it and you ride it and you create and you find joy in bringing happiness to others and to yourself. I've even surprised myself with some of the things that I have created using the Cricut. Some of my best work has been things that I have done or things that I have personalized, from gift bags to pillows to dance floors, using my Cricut. Now, I currently use the Cricut Explore 3 and I have the Cricut Venture, and these two machines I find myself using the most. My niece is in college and she wanted to start a t-shirt business, and I gifted her my Cricut Maker 3 so that she could do t-shirts and things like that to kind of make extra money while she's in school. And so I have found so much joy and being able to create, being able to do things that were unique to me and unique to my business. And I love the creative freedom that exists with the Cricut. Not to mention, I have found so many friends and so many people that I consider my extended family in the Cricut community. And by being, you know, a member of Cricut, you know, you get to be an amazing part of this community of creators that think of things that you never would have thought of. They push you, they encourage you, they inspire you, and I can't think of a better community to be a part of. So I hope that this video answered a lot of your questions. If you have any additional questions, definitely leave them down in the description box below. If you guys would like to see a specific project from start to finish, let me know that as well, and I will link that down below as well. I've done dance floors, I've done pillows, I've done t-shirts, I've done a lot of things that you can definitely check out. So I'll put together a playlist of specific projects that I've done as well for you all to enjoy. So thank you so much again for watching. Don't forget to check out Cricut.com. I will leave the link down in the description box below. Until next time, it's Melanie with Living Luxuriously for Less. Cheers!